Hi. How is everyone? Hi, Rob. Love and light. So, my oldest son, one of my oldest sons, sent me something today that in our area where we live at the airport, people were seeing some unknown flying object flying around, and there's been a big talk about aliens. So, interesting. So I have a picture of a flying saucer in my backyard, and I have pictures of the aliens. Nobody's come knocking on my door yet. So I know I've discussed the wonderful and great Leonardo da Vinci. Mm-hmm. We were listening to some of his music that he enjoys while he's painting. October 26, 2021, I had a conversation with Mr. Da Vinci. All kinds of weird things was happening that day. And then I come up to the table. I sit down and I'm talking to someone. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening. Blah, 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 blah. You want to suck my blood. No. I'm just kidding. So, I don't know what happened to my feather. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking down. I'm like, oh, wow. Mr. Da Vinci, I said. I don't even know how I even knew Mr. Da Vinci was even around. I don't even know why I even started talking to him, which is odd, right? How did I even start talking to him? I can't remember. But I said, oh, because the codes, the Da Vinci Code. Like one came up with another after another after another. And I said, Mr. Da Vinci, I don't have no more white candles to light. We're in a conundrum. We're in a serious, serious conundrum. So I sat there. I'm like, I need to get the Da Vinci Code. I need to get the in my videos, I am being given codes on me, on objects. Now, a few years ago, I got a reading from this girl that I watch on YouTube. And there's 2 readings I got from her. Well, 3 actually now. But the 2 were, the one she was saying that I'm going to be doing something with the flower of life, sacred geometry of the universe, with some kind of communication with lights. She says that I am going to end up walking into a room and I'm going to grab people's attentions because I'm going to be illuminating lights all around me. I'm going to just illuminate, and then lights can go off, things can happen, that can happen. It's going to be just very powerful. And So sacred geometry, communication with lights of the universe. She also said in one of the readings that I was going to meet some Greg that's wearing a hazmat suit. Hazmat. Well, COVID, I don't think they're going to wear a hazmat suit. But maybe ET, people that are looking for ETs and the unknown, they're going to want to wear hazmat suits. I think. So I was looking at this area. I said, oh my God, Mr. Da Vinci, you want me to draw for you now, don't you? He's here. I'll talk to him. Hello, Mr. Da Vinci. We are here, well, not live. We are on recording, pre-recording for YouTubers. Are you here? Now, you had me do one drawing. It probably took me about 5-10 minutes to do it. I'm going to show you guys, okay? So, if you guys follow me, you know I have out back a tree of life. I've been talking about this tree of life since before I knew about the flower of life. So, I was trying to figure something out. And I came up with something with aliens and this and that. So I started watching it, and this lady was talking about the sacred geometry, flower of life. So the first thing that pops up was the Da Vinci Code, or the flying ship or whatever. Then started talking about the Egyptians. Oh no, the first thing that came up when they were drawing the flower of life was the eye of sun god Ra. Then the Da Vinci. Then they were talking about the Egyptians. And then they brought up the tree of life. And here, I went out, took a picture of the tree of life. It's fatter on top, skinnier on bottom, but it was like, shaped the same way, like the tree didn't look like a normal tree from the sacred geometry. It was like a rectangle tree with a triangle feet. Mine doesn't have the triangle feet, but it has the rectangle. You know what I mean? It thins out down there though. So I'm like, oh my God, they got my flower tree of life also. I was like, everything that I'm learning and knowing is in here. Even Da Vinci. Curiouser and curiouser. I say, who was I? Who am I to be? What do I need to do? Do I scream at people first? That'd be interesting. So, I seen this pendulum sitting here, and then there was a pen, but the ink pen thing was taken out and thrown. So I get these two platters, and then I think, I am so sorry. Pork fried rice. What did I just say? Pork fried rice. What did I just say? I guess I'm channeling Da Vinci. He might be hungry. So I was putting the pork fried rice. All right. Does anybody want some pork fried rice? I was doing the ink, and I was like trying to get him to do it, but the ink wasn't putting on paper. It wasn't going on paper. So I said, Mr. Da Vinci, what should I do? What should I do? I go, I got paint out back. Can I use the paint? He said, yes. I go, can I use any color? He said, yes. I'm like, all right, that's fabulous. So 5-10 minutes in it, my hands are hurting. I'm like, oh my God, I hope he finishes soon. And this is my part one finished project. Part one. If I were you, I would take a picture of it. And really look at it. There's a big head here. There's a person here. There's a person upside down here. This here. That's a spaceship. There are so many different people and things and birds. I mean, this picture I did for 5 minutes. And let me tell you something. If it could tell a story, it would tell a story. Now I gotta paint over it. I hope you guys took a picture just in case if I lose it. I'm so sorry. So, I did take a picture of it. And we're gonna zip our pendulum. And wherever Da Vinci goes, Da Vinci goes. Did I just do that? I got really tired all of a sudden. I have to change the music, I think. I'm moving that. Okay. So I put some chalk in this. Let's switch it up a little. So I'm going to do this in front of you guys and see what happens. So I'm going to put the paint in. Maybe you want to choose the paint, and then I'm going to flip you around, and then you hit the book, okay? I'm going to raise the book a little bit. So you're going to go like that. Okay, you ready, Mr. Da Vinci? I am love and light. I am love and light. I am the white light and the blue flame. I am Saint Germain's violet flame. I am the love and light. I'm gonna like move it around for him just to. Is it cutting out too much? You good? Hmm. All right, Mr. Da Vinci. You done, Mr. Da Vinci? You done today, Mr. Da Vinci? Yes. I think I'm going to do a real dark color next time. Oh my God. It's going to be 333. Did I fall asleep during this? What did I say? Freaking pork fried rice? Now, the first one, when I finished it, I went back to it like about 10 times. And the last time, which was today, it was completely different than any other day. It was amazing. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this. Being able to paint through Da Vinci. I don't know if anybody can think of a name for this. I'd be interested in hearing it. Paint interchanneled paintings with Da Vinci. I don't know. All right. I love you all. Love and light.